What's up everybody, this is ViscountKdub and I am finally back to continue on with the Pokemon Trainer Gauntlet. I sincerely apologize for that, life happens, but I promise we will move on with the Gauntlet as scheduled. And the trainer to get us back to a return to form is none other than the swimmer from Poke Cup Pokeball. Let's see what Swimmer Bruce has to offer. For the Ultra Ball, Swimmer Bruce has opted for a dual-type water team. In some ways, that's a blessing and a curse. Bruce has replaced two of the speedier Pokemon, Seaking and Starmie, along with the slower Cloyster and Octillery, with Quagsire, Kabutops, Slowbro, and Magneton of all things. Originally, this Ultra Ball team was a Rain Dance team, aiming to capitalize on powered-up water moves and 100% accuracy for Thunder. At first glance, I really do like the type variety represented here. It honestly keeps the water theme interesting without being as bland as his first team. Plus, we have a whole new arsenal of moves at our disposal. Unfortunately, like I was hinting at, it's at the cost of speed. None of these Pokemon are very fast at all. Strategic setup and optimal attacking are the keys to victory here. Because surprise, I don't use Rain Dance at all on this team. With that being said, let's meet the revised lineup now. And first up is Sammy the Dugong. Sammy takes on the role of mixed special attacker in this run, with Ice Beam and Surf being there for stab support. His decent special defense lends himself to be a great substitute candidate. Hopefully he'll get a chance to set up while spreading Toxic around as a last resort, but since his speed tends to be on the lower side and he doesn't have leftovers, Sammy may find it difficult to survive longer battles here. Nevertheless, Ice and Water attacks still make for great coverage. Next up, crushing the competition is Knuckles the Poliwrath. In my opinion, this Pokemon's kind of underrated, because if you look at his defenses, they're actually really good, at 140 plus apiece. So if he needs to take an attack while setting up Hypnosis or Belly Drum, he probably can. And unfortunately, he'll have to most of the time because his speed just isn't there. His power output isn't too great either, which is why he's outfitted with Hydro Pump as his water attack, and Body Slam in the 4th slot to spread paralysis around. It's kind of a shame that I couldn't give him a fighting stab move, but honestly, Submission would just hurt him, he doesn't learn Cross Chop, and I'm not about to gamble on a coin flip with Dynamic Punch. And yes, he learns Mind Reader, but it's honestly not worth giving up 2 move slots to support that combo. Besides, once Knuckles is properly set up, he becomes the powerhouse of the whole team. Let's hope we see some of that power potential in action. Coming in at number 3 is Ludwig, my Quagsire. Admittedly, sometimes it can be a toss-up to use this guy instead of Poliwrath, but the one thing that sets him apart is his typing. Water Ground is amazing because he's like an electric sponge. I say rivals Poliwrath because they both need time to set up, given that he has a curse set, but the major difference is that Ludwig can rest off the damage. Right off the bat, you'll notice that he doesn't have Surf because he's not a special attacker. He has Earthquake to take down the electrics, and Ancient Power for the flyers that come in. Since again, leftovers are on something else, he's going to be chilling with a Mint Berry. Making an appearance once again on the Gauntlet is Vector, the Magneton. A very welcome addition to this team, as well as the Pokemon who finally gets the leftovers. His main objective is to use Thunder Wave to paralyze the opponent, and then use Substitute to recover the HP and protect him from future status. When not on defense setting up, he'll be zapping things with Thunderbolt and weeding out any ground types with Hidden Power Grass. I'm looking at you, Quagsire. Moving on to Powerhouse number 3, this is Clifford, my Kabutops. And I already know what you're thinking. Where's all that attack power gonna go if he doesn't have a Rock-type move? Well, to make a long story short, it can't learn Rock Slide, and it doesn't learn Ancient Power until level 65. So until such time, that time being at level 100 in the Prime Cup where we will have Ancient Power, I've filled in the gap with Ice Beam for the time being. This is mainly for type coverage, although it will prove useful in our run, even with that paltry special attack. Which is the same reason why it also has Hydro Pump. It definitely needs the extra attack power. As for the Swords Dance, that's being directly invested into Hidden Power Ground. I understand I could have bolstered him with Return 2 instead of Ice Beam, but I really preferred the extra coverage. Speaking of Hidden Power Ground, for all the attack that he has at a 155, his Hidden Power Ground attack is very weak. Even still, with enough Swords Dances, Clifford can still power through because he's the speediest member on our team, and for that reason, he has the Miracle Berry. Despite his lack of Ancient Power, we'll still be seeing him a lot in the Poke Cup rounds. Last up, but certainly not last pick, is my Slowbro, who can definitely be tough to take down at any point in the battle. After mitigating its speed shortcomings with Thunder Wave, it is a special powerhouse, getting double stab on Psychic and Surf. And of course, it has Earthquake to take out any other threats. Since Slowbro will be going second most of the time, I've geared him up with a Focus Band so that he can stay in the game as long as he can. Given his attributes, I like to think of Slowbro as the emergency special sweeper. He'll generally clean up what the others leave him. And that rounds out the swimmer team. Let the gauntlet begin. So as bug catcher Nelson's battle loads, let me tell you what I've been up to the last few months to sort of fill in the gaps here. First of all, I moved. So yeah, I'm in a new location, I have a new setup, and unfortunately that's been tough on video production. I haven't really had a place to record. I've been packing and unpacking and moving, and it's a long process. It just took so long. Right into the battle, back into the battle, we're gonna start with Sammy. He's gonna just use Substitute just because we're gonna avoid that supersonic. Where was I? So I moved, right? And the reason I moved is because I got married. Yeah, I'm a married Pokemon trainer. So that also slowed things down. I couldn't really be on Pokemon and making videos for quite some time. But I am back, full force, and I'm happy to keep doing this. I want to keep doing this, finish what I started, and before we know it, Venonat is knocked out. Yeah, starting with Swimmer Bruce, this is a nice little return to form. I finally get to start narrating again, getting back in the habit, and getting out the videos as fast as I can. No more on that. Let's deal with Lidiba and his agility. This is the battle 1 in the Poke Cup Pokeball, round 1. So it's really not anything to really worry about. Sammy's just fine. It's kind of a shame that Ice Beam didn't kill him. And lastly, it's Weedle. Oh boy, what do we do? Well, we have a substitute. Won't get through that with Poison Sting, nor can we be poisoned. And we one-shot the Weedle. And just like that, Battle 1 is over. Yeah, I am so excited to be back, you guys. I wish I could get on a stream too, and just do this live, but I think I like the production value a little better once I put in a little more narration and video effects. I'm learning a lot here, like I said, so as long as you guys are willing to cut me some slack, we're good, and the show will go on. Next up is Swimmer Bruce's old team. Yeah, you can see how basic it was when it started out as pure water types. And yeah, it was pretty lame. Although, I don't know why he got rid of the Starmie. I would have gladly traded a Pokemon for that. And I guess he went with Poliwrath rather than Politoed. And before that, before we can say anything else, Vector has taken down the Poliwhirl with a Thunderbolt. There's that Staryu, and it's not even fast enough to outspeed Magneton. I don't need to set up anything. It's rocking alright. I like your team though, Bruce. I'm definitely not missing the Octillery. You can keep that one. And that's a swimmer. Done for now. We'll return in Ultra. We'll have our true mirror match later on. Perfect couple of matches so far. It's to be expected. But we gotta get through it. Gotta do every cup, every round. And here we go against Hiker Chester, who's going to be falling against every surf I can send him. Slash Hydro Palm, slash Ice Beam. Okay, so out comes Graveler, and I have Clifford, my Kabutops. We'll give him a Hydro Pump. And it hits. Great. Graveler had Earthquake, but our defenses are actually pretty good as a Kabutops. Now, Machop kind of caught me off guard. I kind of got a little cocky here. I raised my attack power because, I mean, whatever, because I want hidden power ground just in case. Whatever. But Machop is focus energizing for his Cross Chop. My Hydro Pump misses. He uses Cross Chop. I forget I am Rock and Water type. So, yeah, it's super effective, and he gets stabbed off that. It really hurt. Hydro Pump missed again. Cross Chop number 2. Crits and knocks out Clifford. Oh, man. Wipe out. Yeah, get through this. Well, even a Cross Chop will actually really hurt Slowbro, but... No, you're not getting through a Psychic, though. And lastly, Sudowoodo. It's going to fall to Earthquake or Surf. It really doesn't matter. We'll take advantage of its low special defense, and that's it. Battle 3 is done. Like I said about doing every battle, every round with every team, mostly, I've had a good time actually making the grid that goes at the end of my videos. You can't really see the full thing right away, but it is kind of cool because you get to incorporate so many different colors, color coding, all the gyms and the rounds and everything has a record. And of course, everything is not a concrete record, but probably about a more accurate picture of what could happen if you trained your own, and that's really my goal here. And before I can finish my sentence, yeah, Ludwig has cleaned up with the Flappy. And Haunter does not know Giga Drain, so we're good here. We're not threatened by Nightshade. This super nerd is not very smart. Honestly, the most threatening member would have been either... Yeah, Electrode. Actually, Electrode doesn't even have an electric move. Maybe Porygon or Flaffy. Not Haunter. Ouch. And we're halfway done. That is the halfway mark. Within, oh, I don't know, less than 8 minutes. Again, I really do like the 150% speed. This is great. Things are going very swimmingly, so to speak. If anyone appreciates my puns, let me know. Next up is Beauty Alyssa. And of course, the most threatening member is Miltank. It loves to use Body Slam, and because it does love to use Body Slam, I figure a Steel type ought to do it. We just hope we go first, and we don't get paralyzed. Okay, we go first. 2 levels lower than the Miltank. I thought it was actually kind of speedy. Critical hit. Alright, that's okay. 2 Body Slams kills the substitute. It's not like you're going to get it again. Yep, you don't. Now we can Thunder Wave him. Or her, sorry. Or, I mean, lack thereof. Again, I'm kind of going in cold on this. I took this footage so long ago, and I'm finally uploading it. So, if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. Thunderbolt Paralysis is just fine. Although I probably would have played it a little more safer. Snubble is no threat at all. Attract, Charm, Takedown, and Bite. And since I'm genderless, her attract strategy is not going to work. And yes, attract can get through a substitute.
This is the last Pokemon. The number of remaining Pokemon is 3 to 1.
And Miracle can destroy a substitute, but we've got hidden powered Wrath, so Corsola is back in the ocean.
The last Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
5 battles down. Nice and perfect rounds, very clean. And we move on to the Burglar, Jensen, for Battle 6. We have to be ready for a Electabuzz. That could be dangerous, so Ludwig is a very welcome addition.
Many trainers have fallen by the wayside, leaving some 8 to reach the quarterfinals.
And that's who we're going to start with. Perfect. Now, Electabuzz, to get around him, he's got Thief, so he's kind of obligated to use Thief. Yep, there it is. So he's going to take my Mint-Berry. But we're going to retaliate in a one-hit KO. I was kind of surprised. Quagsires attack, and when I was looking at it in the intro, it's not that high, but with Stab, Earthquake, I mean, it's up there. Alright, Shadow Ball, big deal. We'll just keep sweeping with Earthquake here. Gonna do a ton to Persian.
Hot battle is unfolding. That was a cleansing blow.
So my special defense did drop, so he is going to use Bite. But I get another Earthquake. Nothing to worry about. It's the preliminaries, really.
One-sided battle. Oh, it's down to the last Pokemon now.
Perfect.
The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle.
Best thing this guy can hope for is a burn or accuracy drops.
Would this be it? Out of there.
Aw, poor thing.
The last Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
That was hardly a Battle 6, you know? Even for Poke Cup Pokeball, maybe, I mean, okay, Electabuzz, that's the boss there. Maybe the Persian. Alright, we're on the semifinal. We're getting it. And this one is actually tougher than the final battle. I mean, he's got 3 really good Pokemon. I'm not counting Sneasel. He's got Tentacruel, Vaporeon, and Taurus. Delibird has been a problem, believe it or not, on some of the teams. But never the Teddiursa. Sometimes it just, the choices don't make sense. So I figured, let's give Knuckles a chance. So, we have Taurus.
Commands are made.
It's gonna go for a Thunder, but it's really weak due to its special attack. We're gonna try putting it to sleep. Alright, that works for me. And with that being him out of commission, we're gonna use Belly Drum. Beef up our attack to the max. And then bulldoze him with the Body Slam. It really does look like a rollout attack. For maximum damage, he's knocked out.
We're eagerly awaiting the appearance of the next Pokemon. Oh, it's Tentacool! Will this Pokemon avenge the honor of its
I'm wondering if I should just change it to Return, since it's even more powerful. But I can't refuse the Body Slam paralysis bonus. It could make a difference. Let's just hope I can go first this time. Yes! Vaporeon's very slow, so we will.
Pokemon is 3 to 1. What's next? A
with all this HP, it's still not enough. Knuckles has swept. Been playing a lot of video games in the last couple months too. Getting through all the Kingdom Hearts games. Replayed Dark Cloud 2. Got into a lot of fighters. Tekken 7 occupies a lot of my time. Alright, final battle against Mason. His only boss is the Raichu, who can be tougher than First Sight because it does have Dynamic Punch. But we are going to start with Vector, and apparently zap the Slowpoke. Critical hit. 6 times the damage.
That was just too quick. Will this turn into a one-sided battle? Oh, it's Raichu!
There it is.
The number of remaining Pokemon is 3 to 2. The trainer's
Time to
switching
swap
Pokemon.
to Ludwig.
Oh, it's White.
Now, because Magneton was Steel type, it is going to go for Dynamic Punch. I get confused. Lucky.
Pokemon switch have on the map.
And it's just going to keep going for it.
A light hit.
Because that's all it can do besides Iron Tail.
Sparks are flying for both competitors.
It's got 3 more Dynamic Punches in him. Her.
That did little
Ouch.
damage.
At least the confusion doesn't reset, but we are on the brink of death here.
But the other one looks tired.
Before, miss. Okay, confusion. We got past it. We're resting. There goes the Mint Berry.
The White Hot battle continues.
Ludwig is back. Full force. Number 5. Hits. No confusion.
It's confused no more.
We're all done with that.
Sacrifice speed to raise its power.
I just use Curse just to, I don't know, just to troll it.
That didn't do much. There, defense.
Yeah, my defense goes down, but it's time for the Earthquake, which is more powerful than ever.
Wow, a single hit brings it down. There's only one Pokemon left to come up.
And lastly,
Oh, Smeargle! And down to the last Pokemon.
Smeargle, who has a very random assortment of moves. It could have used Spore, honestly. And Confuse Ray,
Whoa! Here he is.
instead of getting one hit knocked out. But we just won.
Last Pokemon goes down. Congratulations! The champion has been decided!
Was there any suspense here? No, but I'm glad I was able to at least bring you guys up to speed about what I've been up to, production-wise, and happy to get back into it. I really am. As you can see, Ultra Ball Bruce is doing just flawlessly, just like his Pokeball counterpart. Like I said before, there really wasn't much suspense here, although it was a good way to bring you guys up to speed with what I've been doing. I don't think the Great Ball round will be much trouble for this swimmer team, but we will certainly find out as we forge ahead in the Gauntlet next time. I am ViscountKdub, thank you so much for watching, and it is so good to be back.